Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your psychic crystal reading for the lunar eclipse in Gemini on a full moon, November 30th, 2020. As always, I'm going to look into my crystal and give you messages and predictions and tell you how the energies of this eclipse will be affecting each of the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So before we get started on that, I also want to remind you that the energies of this eclipse will last 6 months. And I have heard that this particular eclipse may last even a lot longer than that. So first, I'm going to give you a little information that will pertain to us all before I look into the elements. This lunar eclipse in Gemini on the full moon will bring in lies and information, is very likely with this energy, and uncertainty in areas of love and money. You may feel highly charged and experience tension, anxiety, and insecurity. There will be an awakening through information. Truths are revealed which will lead to transformation and change. You may have more compassion for a higher cause from the energies of this eclipse. Many will feel inspired in the areas of communication and to express themselves verbally or in writing to give a very important message. You may also step outside your comfort zone and connect with other people or new people. So now let's see what the spirit guides have to say in the crystal. So first, I'm starting with the element of earth. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. You may feel, some of you are signs like you're at your wit's end. Like I see you pulling your hair going, wah! So there could be some kind of tension happening. For some of you, it may be in your family life. For some of you, it could be socially. For some of you, it could be at work. But I do get you having a lot of tension. Some of you earth signs may decide that you have to rethink your position on things. A stance you took in some way. You may be rethinking a position. Some of you earth signs are going to feel very inspired to speak up. And this could be against any injustices you feel are happening. So it could be against bosses or against things going on out in the world, or things you see locally that you don't like. Could even be with your neighbors or with your friends or family. Again, for each individual, it's going to affect the different areas. But wanting to speak out and stand your ground and speak out against injustices comes up for many of you earth signs. Some of you may, even though I picked up through my information and researching it before I did the videos, like I said, you may step out of your box, step outside of your comfort zone and start connecting with people. For the earth signs, I get some of you distancing yourself. Not from necessarily all people, but certain people. I see you making up your mind like, I'm not interacting with this person or this group or club or organization or whomever it is. I see you wanting to distance yourself from them. I see some of you being some of you earth signs being very diligent about writing things down. But I also see copying information. So maybe you're doing like backing up your hard drive, or you're taking notes for a class, or you found something really interesting and you want to copy information from one place so you can have this knowledge and information at your fingertips and use it at another time, or utilize it in something that you want to do. Some of you may find you may be getting asked out on dates all of a sudden, or asked to go to different social events or gatherings, if that's even happening. I don't know. This is just what's coming up. But that kind of energy comes up, like a lot of invitations coming to you. Again, I get this like standing up for yourself. I get that some of you earth signs are going to see how someone didn't treat you right. And you may have already known this and you didn't do anything about it, or it just happens now over the course of the next 6 months. But either way, you're going to confront them. And this could be about a particular individual. In that message, it felt like an individual. The advice here and the caution is to pace yourself. You may feel like, time is of the essence. You have to do something in a big hurry, or so much inspiration that you want to rush ahead, and you could be like the proverbial bull in the china shop. No pun intended to the Tauruses out there, because you're an earth sign, but you need to pace yourself. Don't get ahead of yourself. Have patience, which usually earth signs do, but I feel this eclipse is going to make the earth signs not feel as patient. So I hope those messages helped you. Now on to the element of water. This is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Some of you water signs are going to really feel like you want to break free and rebel against any kind of restrictions or chains that are binding you. And I see that some of you water signs are going to have a lot more clarity. Things that were kind of elusive to you or foggy, or if you've been having issues with your memory, it's going to be improved and enhanced, and you're going to have a lot more clarity from the energy of this lunar eclipse in Gemini. Some of you water signs, this is going to really kick up like your investigative side. So if you have to do any kind of research, analysis, whether it's for tests, some program that you're in, or research and analysis you need to do for things that affect you directly. Like, this is the time of year people have to get their health insurance plans, new health insurance plan. At least where I live, you have to do it in November. That could be what's happening for you. You're doing research. It's research and analysis over things comes up for some of you water signs. Some of you, some of you water signs are going to rebel. I pick up some of you feel like you want things to go back to the way they were before. It could be in a love relationship. Maybe your love relationship fell apart and it's not going the same way, or you don't like the way work situation is, or it could be to do with other things out in the world that I just get you like, I'm fed up with it and I'm rebelling against it. So I pick up some rebellious energy coming, even with the earth signs too. So water and earth seems to be a little rebellious from this eclipse. Some of you water signs are going to graduate from something or move up a notch. It could be in your job. It could be in school. It could be in a relationship. It could be in some club, group, or organization you belong to, and maybe you're going up the ranks, but moving a step up and getting elevated comes up here for some of you water signs. I get that some of you water signs are going to do something that's going to be very pleasing to other people and to be acknowledged. Now, for some of you, I feel this is something you're putting out there into the world that's getting publicly acknowledged. So if you do any writing or art or speeches or videos or something, it's going to be appreciated, approved, and acknowledged. That's what I feel for many of you water signs. If any of you water signs start a business over the course of the next 6 months, I feel it will be successful for you. Some of you water signs may feel like you want to help everybody that you can. And The issue may be for some of you, you don't have the resources, the time, or the energy, or maybe not the ability to do that. So if you get very inspired to help people and you want to try to help as many people as you can, you may be limited to helping a few people, a couple people, and not as many people en masse as that you would like to. Some of you may need to think about a dietary change. Now, I personally am someone that has come to the understanding that fats are actually good. Certain fats are really good for you, like avocado oil, olive oil, things of that nature. But I get for some of the water signs, they may be eating the wrong kinds of fats, and they may be having issues with their arteries or something to do with eating the wrong kinds of fats is what comes up here. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of fire. And before we get to fire, I'd like you to take a look at this. To get more psychic messages and predictions from my spirit guides, please check the description box below this video for the links for my most recent videos for Vimeo. I look into very specific topics using a variety of divination tools to bring you more accurate predictions for your astrological signs. These links and descriptions are also available on the videos page of my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Thank you. Some of you fire signs are going to really find that you want to talk a lot over the next 6 months. And this could be just having a lot of conversations with people in your life, but it could also be talking a lot in expressing your opinion, making videos, or any kind of talks or classes or webinars, and teaching could come up here for you fire signs. Some of you fire signs are going to put something on display for sale. And it could be something you made or created, but it could be your home, it could be your car, it could be a boat, it could be a piece of property, it could be some other valuables or things that you have or that you've collected. But I get putting something on display for sale over the course of the next 6 months. Some of you fire signs are going to be inspired to give someone a love note. Maybe it's somebody that you were with before and you broke apart and now you're going to try to reach out to them, or somebody you have a crush on. Or you could just be trying to communicate with them and go out on a date. So you could meet through social media. You could be doing this through dating sites. It could also be just sending them an email, because I do feel for many of you, this is in writing. Some of you fire signs are going to go to great lengths to preserve something. So it could be preserving something from antiquity or history of your family history and lineage, or something in your town that you want to help preserve. But it could also be a relationship that you've been in for a very long time that you want to preserve. If you go to any job interviews over the course of the next 6 months, fire signs, I feel many of you get that job either right on the spot or you get hired very quickly. Some of you fire signs are going to meet somebody that's going to be a big key to your future success. So you may not think that at the time you meet them, but they may turn out to be somebody that is really connected or wants to invest in something you're doing, or, like I said, connected. They may know the right people that can help you out, or maybe you find out later on they're interested in being in a relationship with you. I don't know, but meeting somebody that's an important connection for you comes up for some of you fire signs over the course of the next 6 months. Some of you fire signs are going to try something new. And this is going to become really entrenched in your life and will become almost like a habit or a routine. So it could be a new diet, a new exercise routine. It could be new foods that you weren't, used to or never experienced before. But something that you get introduced to over the next 6 months, it's going to become very ingrained in your life. And it will become like, I don't know, I'm calling it like part of your life or a habit is the way my guides are saying it. Make sure, the caution here for the fire signs is make sure you're doing things in the right steps. If you're one of these people that's like, screw the directions, I'm going to like put this together the way I want. Or, if there's methods and steps that you need to follow, make sure you're following them. Because I feel like you're going to have some issues or problems if you try to plow ahead and, skip steps. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of air. This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Some of you air signs are going to spark a lot of interest in other people, in you, or what you're doing, creating, or saying. Some of you air signs are going to like take stock of your life and almost do like a inventory and maybe even an overhaul. You may think, you know what, I want my life to change and be different. What are the things I can do to gradually over the course of the next 6 months to revise my life? I feel like many air signs will be on that track. Some of you air signs are going to step outside of your comfort zone and start to take some real risks and gambles. Even if you're not prone to that normally, I get that the air signs are going to start, it's not necessarily all in one clump. You got 6 months and maybe even longer to make that happen. But I get risks and chances and gambles along the way. Some of you air signs may be dealing with someone where you may have to take them to the hospital for something. It doesn't necessarily mean with what's going on out in the world. It may not be that. It could be they broke their ankle, they broke their wrist, they cut their finger, they dropped something on their foot. I just get, you may have to take somebody to the hospital over the course of the next 6 months. I don't feel it's you. I feel like it's somebody connected to you. Some of you air signs are going to begin some kind of training program. Now, you could be doing that on your own by researching things on the internet and delving into it yourself, or going the old-fashioned route and looking in books. But it could actually be some classes you're enrolling in, or webinars, seminars. But I get that for the air signs. Some of you air signs are going to take money that you've had in savings or that you've been squirreling away and invest it in something. It could be a business. It could be a property. I don't know, but it could even be a friend's business. Maybe your friend needs a backer and you're going to get some kind of percentage of this business. But I get taking not necessarily all of your savings, although it could be quite a bit of your savings, and investing it in something. Some of you air signs will be taking out a second mortgage or a loan over the course of the next 6 months. Some of you air signs really, it's like almost like you're tiring yourself out. You need more rest. You either need to sleep more or you need less days of the week to work. I don't know how else to say this. Whatever getting more rest for you means. So this energy of this eclipse is, you may feel tired from it. Some of you may experience disruptive energy coming from a family member that you may have to cut off communications with them. Doesn't mean forever, just might be for a couple of weeks or a couple of months or a year. But this energy is a caution for some of you air signs from the energies of this eclipse over the course of the next 6 months. Or longer, because this eclipse, as I said in the beginning of the video, if you listen to that first part, I have heard that some people are saying this eclipse could last longer. The effects could last longer than the usual 6 months. Some of you air signs also need to be cautious and be aware that you may be wasting your time and energy on things that don't matter. So only you are going to know, where are you wasting time and energy on things that in the long run are not going to be that important or matter to you in a year from now, in 5 years from now, or in the long run. So only you'll know that, air signs, only you will know. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here, you can get my special videos that I record on Vimeo that are based on very specific topics using a variety of divination tools, where I look into each sign of the zodiac for whatever that topic. And not only are these videos accessible on below this video, the most recent videos are linked below, but you can go to my website at www.theluckymermaid.com, go to the videos tab on my menu, and there on the videos page you'll see all the different video series I've recorded, what divination tools I used, how long the predictions are for. You just click on the sign you want, the zodiac sign you want, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Now, some of the most recent video series I've linked below is what applies right now to this that I'm doing right here. So if you want to get really specific, more specific messages than what I can give you based on the elements, you might want to check out my full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini, November 30th, 2020, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card reading for each sign of the zodiac, which is going to last for 6 months or longer. If you haven't gotten that already, you might want to do so, because in those readings, the first card's going to tell you what's ending, the second card's going to tell you what's beginning, the third card's going to tell you what your blessing is, the fourth card is the karmic lesson, and then the oracle card gives you additional messages and predictions, as does the crystal. So you might want to check that out. And I also pulled gemstones from my velvet bag of gems in that at the end of what is the best gemstone crystal for your sign from the energies of the eclipse in Gemini. Also, I use the identical format for the solar eclipse in Sagittarius on December 14th, 2020, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card reading, and pulled a gemstone crystal for you at the end. That link is also below this video. Also, the psychic crystal reading for December of 2020, that link is also below this video. So if you want to see what the continuation of the videos that I've recorded for December of 2020, it's like an expansion and extension of the psychic tarot readings I do at the beginning of the month. I do a psychic crystal reading for each sign of the zodiac. That link is down below as well. If you would like to donate to this channel and help support the work I do here and the readings I do, you could click on the link below, which is listed underneath all the video series I have listed, and that donation link is connected to PayPal. And I want to thank you so much to all the people that have been very, very generous and donated to my channel. I do truly appreciate it. It does truly help. If you would like to get even more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC, also on Facebook, and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. Now, I just want to say here, I had my account hacked, not really hacked, but kind of hijacked on Instagram a week ago, where somebody was posting pictures and things from my Instagram account, but the messages were not really underneath the pictures. And the name was misspelled horribly. It was not spelled right. There were double E's and double R's in things in that, in the copycat or clone account. It has been resolved, but make sure if you get anything where anybody's using my name, asking you for money, asking you to, if I can follow you, that is not coming from me. So make sure the spelling is correct and always check with me. My Instagram name is The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel, no doubles of any letters. So I just want to say that here because it did, lots and lots of people were kind enough to alert me, because I don't always go on Instagram that much, just to post my messages and that's it. So I wasn't aware of it. So thank you to those of you who let me know. I also want to say here, I've had some people inquire about the Psychic Pastry Chef. Currently, my son, who used to film my shows and edit them, he got, a year ago, he got a full-time job, and he has to commute quite a distance to it. And on his days off, he doesn't feel like recording the Psychic Pastry Chef. So unless I can get my son Dan on board, and he might be the one that's going to take it over, it's not gone yet. It's still there. It's just sleeping at the moment. So thank you to those of you who have asked me about the Psychic Pastry Chef. So all that being said, I hope you all have fantastic blessings come to you from this lunar eclipse in Gemini on the full moon on November 30th, 2020. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.